Hello everyone, this is Scarzig, and welcome back to another episode of Duelyst. Today we're going to be playing some Sajj, and we're doing things a little bit differently today. If you want to take a look at the deck list, I'll have it posted in the description as always. Instead of me going over the deck in the beginning of the video, we're going to try to save 5 or 10 minutes and just hop right into gameplay for you beautiful people today. So going up against Starhorn, this is a mid-range Sajj deck. So going up against Starhorn, the Sunset Paragon is really, really good, because this is probably going to be Godhammer, Grow. Blood of Air is also very, very good in this matchup. So right now we do have a pretty solid curve. Komodo Hunter is a bit dangerous for this match, but I think we can keep it, because we have the Sunset Paragon and the Blood of Air to fall back on. And in case our Primus Fist gets answered by like a natural selection or something, we do have Komodo Hunter to play on 3, a very strong 3-mana play. And Komodo Hunter is a card that had a lot of theory crafting going around about it, but I have not really seen it played. Even in decks that can exploit it, like the Phantasm deck, you generally don't need to force your opponent to summon additional minions to get use out of the Phantasm, right? And the reason that we are running Komodo Hunter, again, besides just having a strong 3-mana play, is that this deck does have Thunderhorn in it, and because Vitruvian lacks movement manipulation, like if you run it in Lionar, I actually had a Zoran list that ran it in Lionar with Magnetize. It's very strong in Vanar, very good in Songhai, right, because of their ability to move it around the board and get those trades. Komodo Hunter potentially opens up, you know, additional avenues where, with the addition of when it summons the Komodo Chargers next to the General, it could complete a really sick chain lightning if need be. So the War Pup is obnoxious here, because we can't actually break the force field and kill it this turn. He dumped a lot of stuff onto the board. So if he's got Godhammer in his hand, this is going to get away from us very, very quickly. So I can clear 2 things, and if I summon Komodo Hunter, I just be giving him 2 things back. This is one of the matchups that Komodo Hunter isn't very good. But I think that because we have the Sunset Paragon, it'll be okay. We might even force him to use, like, if he uses Greater Fortitude and starts trading his minions into the Komodo Hunter, I think that could be good for us. And we can take center mana. We'll first wish our Primus Fist as well. So we'll see how he plays this, right? We do have a pretty big guy on the board, but if he's forced to trade all of his stuff into it, then that's just great for us. The summoning the Komodo Chargers for our opponent also messes with his ability to use natural selection, even though his board is very small and very weak. Pokemon Starhorn, as it's typically referred to, or Zoohorn, typically not Pokemon anymore because they don't rely on battle pets, because Thunderhorn makes it so dangerous. Okay, so we do get removal out, and the Eggmore specifically is very, very good to get out of our opponent at this stage, because that's going to make our Amara healers stick a lot more. War Pup has Frenzy. Forgot about that, to be honest. I could have kept the Primus Fist back. I thought I just had Force Field for some reason. God. It's late. I'm so sorry. Yeah, so the War Pup, definitely getting some value there. Wildfire Ankh. Okay. Doesn't really help us, though. We can play the Primus Shield Master, though. Because if we Wildfire Ankh, we can't really do anything against his board. So I guess we play Primus Shield Master here. Then we walk down and punch him. The problem is that against Magmar, a move like that would allow him to very easily surround us. And then we can't really fight our way out. So maybe I just play Primus Shield Master here. Walk away. Alright, seems good. This is only a problematic play if he has buffs in his hand. Razor Skin could be very good. Again, because Thunderhorn is such a big threat, Magmar really doesn't want to rely on battle pets in their swarm list, because it allows you to just drop a Thunderhorn in front of it and then the Chain Lightning wrecks them. So there's a second War Pup. And Sunset Paragon deals damage, so we would need to pop these force fields first before we use the Sunset Paragon. And he's doing a good job of just spreading his minions out. Verdant Fulmination. Very nice. And that turns all these spaces into grow tiles. So, what we can do is we can Blood of Air one War Pup, take the force field off of the other, and then kill it with the Primus Shield Master. Or, I suppose the proper way would be to Blood of Air here, and then I attack this War Pup, and then this Shield Master kills this Komodo Charger. Kind of do it reverse ways. And getting the War Pups off of the board is the biggest thing. And because I have Sunset Paragon and Wildfire Ankh, we should be able to just kite this out. We've also got Healer. Thunderhorn, very good as well. Because Magmar can wait for these to grow, but they still need to cross the distance against us. This Verdant Fulmination deck is one that I actually wanted to experiment with next. Alright, that's solid. We also do have 2 copies of Superior Mirage in this deck, so if he does anything cheeky with War Beasts or anything, we'll be able to punish him for it. And a lot of Magmar decks are actually just getting rid of the, how you say, War Beast altogether, right? Because it's such a risk to run it. So Magesworn isn't that great right now. So I think we just Thunderhorn. And then play Healing Mystic. Like, we can kill the Zix here. Drop the Thunderhorn. And play the Healing Mystic here to heal ourselves. And so we have this set up in a nice defensive. Like I said, he still has big minions, but they need to come to us, right? So he's drawing, probably looking for a God Hammer or Maloki Huntress or something. We don't have Star's Fury or anything in this list. Because we have Sunset Paragon and Thunderhorn, Wildfire Ankh, we, generally speaking, have pretty decent AoE in the deck. To the point where even I was actually running Zephyrs in this list initially and ended up taking them out because they were a bit redundant. And plus with Magesworn topping off the curve in this list. Oh. So you're just going to fight it, huh? Fortunately, it's big enough to avoid all of this. I think he should have left it on the flourish, but whatever. So I can... Okay, so I can play Komodo Hunter, and if he gets a Komodo Charger on this spot, then it completes the Chain Lightning. I think it's better to move the Thunderhorn into position first, because we're gonna be up here to break the force field no matter what. Nice. So we break the force field, and then we have the Thunderhorn hit the Komodo Charger. Whew, that's good. Thinking about it now, I probably could have Falcius to avoid taking 3 damage, or even Wildfire onked there. But we're just going to probably get another Thunderhorn in play. We'll play it down here, I think. Because if he does happen to be running War Beast in this list, he could War Beast, you know, up here. I kind of want to replace the Wildfire Onk, because it's nice to like poke this stuff down from range, but at the same time, yeah, there was really no good place for me to place that Thunderhorn. Oops. Because like I said, if I played up here and like he was able to War Beast it, drop that Thunderhorn down to 1 HP, we're sort of like in the same boat here, but now we have this Zix as a 7/4 that we can eat up. Yeah, and he done goofed by going for the Dream Gazer play there, in my opinion. Oh, he's got Blood Tear! Alright, sick. And he's actually drawn a lot of cards. I was like, when he used that initial Egg Morph on my first Komodo Hunter, you know, to get that out of the way. You know, I thought that he wouldn't really have a lot of removal, but actually, he's dumping his hand here now. Wow. Yeah, so very unlikely that he actually has removal. Yeah, so we really do just... The thing is we can actually Sunset Paragon here, and then have the Komodo Hunter go in and trade. Although, the thing too is, yeah, if we move the Komodo Hunter down here to keep it out of the way of Sunset Paragon, then this Zix come over and just eats it. So we're just gonna get the damage in. Yeah, I know. It's stinky. Do I save Falcius? Yes. Because we have Falcius Incineroar, where he might not be able to run away from us. Although, if we play the Falcius and it lives, then we can Primus Fist it next turn for 5. Incineroar allows us to get lethal at 6, which I think is a little bit more likely. So we'll see how this shakes out. Just clearing his board, getting that off the tile, and me not taking that 2 damage probably pays dividends in the long run. Oh yeah, with Wildfire Onk. Beautiful. Yeah, because he dumped his whole hand that last turn, and that's why Sunset Paragon is so great in this deck. And like I think I mentioned this before, that this was a deck type that I was thinking about building and experimenting with. I did do some very, very light experimentation with Grow Magmar, like right after the release of the expansion. But I believe it was Death's Advocate who had posted on the subreddit a deck that he had whipped up that seemed to be pretty effective. But we're kind of seeing the pitfalls of the deck, right? Because it's just you're forced to play so many minions, and then Thunderhorn comes through and wrecks you. Damn, so there's the that's pretty spicy. So he plays the Egg Morph there. Yeah, so he's just trying to keep minions off of us. So we are actually pretty low, to be honest. We can walk here, play a Mara Healer here. Like, we could even... we could actually Wildfire Onk and clear these. Because, like, I could walk 2 and have the Wildfire Onk hit, but then this Zix that's been growing can just hit me and they need to have lethal. Yeah, so I think that we Wildfire Onk, kill these. And then we're slowly just threatening him from there. Because against Gromar, you want to keep minions off of the board. And we'll just play Shield Master to protect us from rush minions. And then I guess we drop Azure Herald as well. Just to boost our HP a little bit. He's only got 1 card in hand, so I'm not too worried about any out-of-hand burst, but you still do have to respect it. And now he just kind of has to run for dear life. I can play Mage Sworn next turn, also to turn off his Seeking Eye, so that it just like strangles out his options even further. And there's our Lightbender. This deck originally was running Wasteland Wraith, right? Which was another example of gratuitous AoE in the deck that just cleared our opponent's board. It's just that it ends up being one of those cards that allows you to keep your advantage when you're ahead, or if your opponent is building up their army and sending it at you, you're able to counter that. And oftentimes you just don't have the means. So we can Lightbender. Let me see. Because I can just walk away, and this can't hit me. Potentially play a Mara Healer. I do have a Wildfire Onk, so I can just kill this Zix. There's really no rush. I can Lightbender here, so that we turn off the Spelljammer card draw. I think this Zix just straight up dies. We take out a couple of these Grow Tiles. I kill this. I guess that also allows us to play Incineroar in his face as well. Yeah, and so... typically, it's nice to play Incineroar like as a surprise, sort of, hey, I have extra movement speed. But at this point, I just want the damage to be there to threaten him. This is a bit spooky, right? Because we have the Maw that can kill the Azure Herald, and then the Spelljammer can reach me. But I'm thinking that with 3 cards in hand, he would need to have, you know, some pretty dank stuff in order to kill me here. He would need to have exactly... No, actually, Double Thumping Wave doesn't do it. Damn, so there's his 3rd Egg Morph, I think. Sure. That's his third Egg-Morph, right? So he maybe he has Thumping Wave. I know that that Magmar has been maybe running a little bit of both because it's just such good removal. And of course we played the first Wish there just to draw a card. We want to just fish through our decks. Because if we also have Sunset Paragon in this list, as you saw. So if we draw our second Sunset Paragon, we can kill our own Amara Healer. We have our second Incineroar here too, so he's still out of range for us to Incineroar and run at him, but we can still hold on to it. Another Spelljammer. Okay. Into Mandrake. So I suppose the best thing here for me would be Falcius. Superior Mirage. So I can trade here. Actually, I can move, play Incineroar, trade, and then just walk out. Or I have the Amara Healer. Yeah, I have the Amara Healer kill the Spelljammer. Then I Incineroar, walk down, and hit, and get the Thunderhorn threatening him as well. Just walk over. That's why I love Incineroar. There was a version of this deck that actually ended up cutting it, but the fact that it enables plays like that with the Wildfire Onk is just so good. And he showed us Blood Tier Alchemist earlier, but he isn't really getting what he needs to take this artifact off of me. Even if he has... he actually needs Earth Sphere here, because now that Wildfire Onk allows us to set him down to 4, and then we just trade the Amara Healer into whatever we want, because these minions are growing. So that's the list. And I've been running into a lot of very, very late game decks like that, where decks end up just going to the late game. That's sort of the reason for this list, right? It's mid-range because you can be aggressive against decks that sort of accelerate the pace of the game, but against especially a deck like that, I really didn't have a choice. He was putting so much pressure on me that all you have to do is just try to keep it from snowballing against you. And I, again, for the sake of trying to keep my videos a little bit shorter, a little bit more bite-sized, I think that we'll sign off with just that pretty decent game. I suppose what we can do, just as a nice little bonus, is we do have enough money for a pack. So we'll go ahead and tag this on to the end of the video. Why not? Because we're at 24 minutes right now, and I appreciate you all stopping by. Unearthed Prophecy, we got an epic. Flicker. That's going to inspire some memes. But at any rate, thank you for joining me today. I will see you next time, and you have a good one. And don't forget to check out the deck list, the full deck list in the description. Peace.